Okay, so we're pretty much ready to put our timing cover on. It goes right here on the front. Um, you're going to have a few seals that should come in your kit. We'll also add some RTV sealant. You're basically going to follow it around these rings here. Those are your water jackets, water passageways. I'll also add a sealant, a bead all the way around the cover. I just don't want any water leaking out or any oil leaking out, or them to mix. Either one would be bad. Um, I've already cleaned everything. It's already been cleaned off. So I'm going to add the sealant and then go ahead and put it on there. And just make sure everything's good to go. And then we'll go ahead and I'll talk you through torquing the bolts down. Alright, next we'll be putting in the thermostat. Two things that I want to point out. First is that the longer end is going to go inside the engine block, where all the springs and stuff are. You're going to want to put that so it sits in there just like that. And then the other thing to take note of is this little guy right here. Just kind of flaps around in there. Now that little thing that just kind of sits in there and flaps, you always want that to be pointed up, and the reason for that is that if you have air in your water system, well, first, it's not good that you have air in there, but if you have it, the temperature will erratically spike up and down. It'll get really hot and then it'll cool off, and then suddenly it'll be really hot again. So that's one of the reasons you don't want air in there. But basically that helps to kind of bleed the air out. Obviously if you have water and air, water is obviously going to be at the bottom, but the air will be at the top. So that's why you have the that little thing at the top, so that air can still pass through and get out. So just remember those two things when you're putting them in. Some people use gasket sealer, but I'm not going to use it on this. I don't think it needs it. There's that little key there, and this gasket has a little key where it fits inside of. Now when you're putting your thermostat in, you want to be a little easy when you're tightening it. It's very, very easy to over tighten it and crack it. Even if they're metal, most of the time they're aluminum and they're really soft and really easy to break. So don't crank down on it, just get it snug. That's all you want. You just want it to be snug. That's good enough. Alright, so now we're good to go with our idler pulley. We'll do that next. Basically this is for your serpentine belt. It'll wrap around here. You'll pull it to release tension, and then it'll automatically put tension back on the belt when you let it go. It's going to sit right over here on the block. That little indentation there is going to go over the bolt. There's going to be a bolt on the timing cover that's going to sit right over. This part here is basically just a little dust cover. It's going to go in the head, basically all you do. Well, I'm going to go ahead and add some RTV sealant just in case. It's probably not needed, but I'll do it anyways. Basically all you do